Hello, welcome to my craft room with Rhoda. Today I'm going to do a little play on what Treasure Books did a couple weeks ago. They did tunnel books. I'm going to do something different. It's going to be a tunnel tag, and it can be used in your journals, or it can just be, off to its side as a standalone. So I've went through this book here. It's Into the Garden. It's a pad I got from Michael's. And I used it on my butterfly journal a while back, and it just made a lot of gorgeous pages. It's got a lot of solids in it, but it also had, you can see where I kind of cut through some of the pieces. And anyway, so I picked the ones that I wanted to use for my little tag. And the thing that I wanted to also do, since they're one-sided, is I'm going to back them. And I've got a blue, like a sky blue, that I picked for all of them, because they're basically all going to be, it'll tie them together. Plus, this is the part you can write on. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my pieces to the backs, and then we'll go from there. I've got my pieces here for my tunnel, my die cuts, and I've picked out a few little butterflies, and I die cut some of the Tim Holtz dies here. I love this one. I needed a few thin ones. I'm not going to probably put anything on these two because they're very decorative, but I wanted a little bit more of something on the front. And I did this skinny one here, and so we're going to see what we can do with those. And the actual nesting dies I got from no, not scrapbooking with me. May made it. I got them from her a couple years back. Doris is the brand, and you have 6 pieces, and that usually will do quite a bit of sizes in and out. Or you can use punches if you have a punch. It's hard to get it on the inside in there. That's the only problem with certain punches. Okay, let me get off here. I'm going to glue these, and then we're going to cut our tag shape, and then we'll get to work. I wanted to thank everyone for coming to spend some time with me today, and I welcome you. And I really appreciate the time that you've taken to come and visit. I hope you see something that inspires you or gives you an idea. And I can't believe that Natasha beat me to this. I thought I had something different and new. And I went and searched, and there she was with her tunnel books. They were very pretty. I might have to connect her to this and give her thanks for inspiration. I'm not really sure where I first thought of this from. I'm fascinated with anything tunnel book anyhow, or tunnel anything. I've done something with a bullet hole. Now, the bullet hole idea is the circle is the same size all the way through. It's like a sizzling bullet goes through your page. So, do I have everybody trimmed up? I think I do. Good enough. Good enough. And what we need to do now is first we'll cut our tag shape. And I've got my credit card here. And I'm going to do the big cut. It just needs to look like it's a tag. It doesn't have to be, a big cut. It's just to give you the impression. Now, these can be made into little books like she did. I'm using it as a tag, but I'm going to show you how to hang it into your journal so it becomes part of it, where it's just, it can be a useful piece in there. Plus a little bit of decoration. Okay. This is a beautiful paper pack. I don't know if they still have it, but it is worth getting. I mean, look at that. Oh, and this one, that was a gorgeous page. I picked the pink here because I wanted to cut these these busy colors, up a little bit. That's the majority of the reason for it, because I got a lot of busy pages going on here, but are they pretty? Okay, we're almost there. Now, I will give you the dimensions here. I forgot to do that, and I need to. So the biggest one is a 5 by 7, the back one. Then I went down in 1/2 inch increments. So the next one is 4.5 by 5.5. And then the next one is a, oh, wait a minute. I told you wrong already. Let me get the rule out. Me and my math lately has not been the best thing. Oh, all right. So the biggest one is a 5 by 7. And you can see we just cut our corners off. So, and then this one is a 6.5 long by a 4.5 wide. And then this one is a 6 by 4. And this one is a 5.5 by 3.5. So it is 1/2 increments down, if you want to remember it that way. Now, the other part I'm trying to figure out whether I want to do it is to nest them this way where they're framing each other, or if I wanted to do them all booted up at the top. Let's see. Either way, I guess it's good. I think for what I want to do, I'm going with them framing each other. I really like that look. And I think it will still work for our journal. Okay, so let me get my little bits off here. And I doubled it because I wanted them to be extra strong. You know, you're going to be wiggling them around and writing on the back of them or something along those lines. All right, I'm getting over here and I'm going to go and put my holes in. And the way I'm doing it, I wanted this beautiful rose at the very back to be the star. That's who you're looking for. In all of these, you're going to be looking for him. So what I'm going to do is I got to go with the smallest one first and build out from there with each size, because I'm wanting it to have that effect. What do you call that? Optical illusion effect. Now this one got a little close, and I was trying to decide whether I wanted to go with a really small one at the back and then have this one ending, but that little one, you could barely tell it was a rose back there, so I had to go with this one. So the doubling of your paper really helps. Okay, so this is how we're planning to do it. And I've got little decorations over here to go on certain pages, like that one's really plain. So it might get a few things done to it. And I think what we need to do first is really get in here. Where'd my little piece go? And study this flower and figure out exactly where he is. So he is right there. So I'm going to have to center it. I'm going to get me a little piece of washi tape, put down, and it's almost better to have a die cut machine and all that for this. You can't get in here with a punch. And I don't know how hard it would be to hand cut these. I think I'm a little off there. There we go. I think that's better. There we go. Now the next one is this one. Gotta get them straight. So this one just needs to be inside of that one. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and cut this one first, and then I think that's going to help me a whole lot. Or will it? No, I don't think it is, actually. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go from the outside in. I'm going to just do that, and I'm going to figure out where this looks like it's, yeah, right there. That's the easiest way, because I can't see through the paper to figure out where to place that one. I know, I sound like I'm going crazy. I did not plan too well. I've been prepping for this thing for the last half an hour. Okay, I'm going to die cut this and I'll be back. All right, let's see how she works. I'm going to pull this piece off. These are great for little, cards. Look how pretty that is to tuck into a journal somewhere. Okay, that piece is done. Now what I'm imagining is like this. We know exactly where we are going to go now because of being able to center this exactly where we want it. Get it framed just right, and our book will be perfecto. All right, let me get this little piece here and use it. Might need to go over just a tad. There we go. Now, I'm going back in. All right, that step's done. That one doesn't have much pretty to it, but it's still useful. You can actually put some napkin on that or something else to really dress that up. All right. That, and now we gotta figure out if we got this one just right. Nope, I think I need to go down a little bit on it, don't I? All right, let's see. That needs to go about right here. And I'm hoping I'm still getting my rows. I don't know for sure. And I'm doubling it. So I'm sure I'm getting it in the right spot. All right. That sure is pretty. Okay, excellent. We are done with all of our cutting. Just need to get our little piece over there. I'll take the die cuts off of it later. And now we want to put it together. And what we need to do is make us a hole and figure out exactly where it needs to be. Because there's no way to really cover it up if you mess up. So always measure. If you mess up, you can cover it with something. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little hole punchy thing here, my little pokey tool, and I need to find the center, and I'm actually going to poke a hole there, and I'm going to know exactly where it's at. Now, my center need to get going over a little bit. That's perfect. Now I need to go down a little bit, and I think that's good. Now, I'm going to poke it right there. And hopefully I'm going all the way through. I'm spinning it and twirling it and everything. Let's see. Did I? Oh, that's some heavy duty stuff after I loaded that extra piece of paper on the back of everybody. That's going to be sturdy. I can tell you that. All right. Now, we're going to get in here with our crocodile. And, oh gosh, what was that? I don't know where that come from. Oh, it's probably where it stays over there. I've got it with the gewgaws. All right. Now, what I want to do is I have thought how I wanted to close this. Had to take Dad to drop his car off today. And I always think best in the car. So, I have these brads. And, I mean, you could have done this where you'll put a hole and you tie them all together, and then you can flip them or whatever you need to do. Or you could have made it a booklet where you have like a hinge that attaches them all. Now, I did one like that, and it's got sunflowers on it. So if you wanted to relook at some of my videos, if I can get on my computer, it's supposed to be working now. I may attach that at the end where you can see that version of how to do this. Okay, so my idea is to put a small hole in here, and I got one with a diamond on it to zhuzh it up, you know. It doesn't have very long brad legs on it, but I don't think that matters. I'm going to try it anyway. So what I want to do is go with the small hole. Now, I'm not going to put eyelets in here. I don't... Here's another one. Good grief, they're coming out of the woodwork. But I don't really need to because I think it's strong enough for one. Now you can if you want to go that route. I think I've done something with eyelets in it before, and it really bulked it up. And I didn't like that. Didn't want it to be that way. So we're going to go about it a little differently. And I don't know why my little cutter here doesn't do... Oh, I'm a little too far down in there, look. I think I can still have that poke through. All I got to do is train it with this. Because we were going down, you know, with the different placements. What in the world? Here. Oh, I know what to use. Use your X-Acto knife and cut that just a little bit bigger around your hole. And that'll loosen it up for your brad to go through. I'm going to just do it once so it's trained. Oh yeah, went right on through. Now let's see how it works. I may need to go back with another brad. I don't know. When it's got a little bit bigger part to it. Legs, I mean. All right, let me see if I can trim that little bit off. Okay. Now the first one. Might have to train him. Oh, I trimmed him almost a little bit too much. Yeah, it hides it. Okay, go with that. And then this one's next. And then this one. And I want to open my brad legs. But I don't want this to be too tight. So don't do a really tight grab on it, because this is how I want it to be. I want it to spin around and you're able to turn it around and do some journaling on it. That's kind of my plan. Now, where this is at on the back, and you might want to cover it up. How does this look? We might be able to reuse some of our goodies we've already cut out. See, oh, how pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. Let's see about putting that there. It's like a little flower. And it still leaves you a lot of room. And it goes with the colors. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to go with all my colors. So let's do that. And as you can see, I have not inked the first little bit. Because I want the colors. I want it to be so springy. I wanted the colors and everything to be the star. I have not actually done any digital since my computer went and kind of almost died on me. So I plan on my next journal to be my lighthouse journal. And I got to get on that. I've been thinking about what I want to do for it. I got some personal photos to put in it of some of my family that went to the beach. And I love lighthouses. Oh boy, do I love lighthouses. So I got to get a few of my pictures off my computer and put in there. Alrighty. Now, what we want to do is dress this up just a little bit. It sure is colorful. But we wanted it to be pretty. Oh, where's my tweezers? There we go. This is my my second hand here. What we want to do is we're probably going to go over a little bit. I don't think we need to worry about color in the back side, but if you wanted to, you could get you a pale pink or something and color, put a little bit on there. I don't know if I'm going to go over enough for it to even matter. Okay, then we have a few of these pretty little flowers. I did a bunch of just pale colors, or like that one really stands out. Since this is so thin up here, that's about all I can do. Do I want another butterfly coming in from another angle? Trying to make them look natural. Maybe like that. What do you think? Okay, let's go with that. And that's how we'll dress up our front. We don't need too much. Just a little bit. And I need to find a word. It's always good to have a positive word, of a good feel word. I don't think a piece is actually complete until you get like a word in there. It'll express your feeling about the subject or things like that. So the receiver kind of appreciates the angle you're coming from. Okay. These are always the most fiddly to glue. You get the least little bit of glue on there, you're good. Okay, I think that's as far down as I need to go. And then we're going to cross it over. There. And while that's drying, I'm going to put my butterflies on. I really like this one. He stands out. There's the least little bit of purple in this front piece, and that's what helps pull this butterfly in, because it really has more blue than anything in the piece. Oh, I didn't need to do his head. He's going to be looking into the piece. And that's what I learned when I went and took, I went to college in Wilkesboro, North Carolina, and I got on the yearbook team. And they sent us to this workshop. And it's like with a photo, like say this is a photo on its side, it's cut into 9 pieces, like two bars are this way and 2 bars are that way. You want your focal to be in one of the crossover points, because that's better than having it dead center. Then the other thing they told you is to have, if your person is looking, like say they're looking this way, you want them to be more on the left side and they're looking over, so they're looking into the photo. Oh, that's sort of what we're going for here. And I went and did his wings. Shouldn't have. Okay, we just won't put him in there too far. There we go. So there was a little bit of tips that I picked up along the way in my youth. All right, well, we're going to get this piece here pulled out so we can trim our bottoms off. They are history. There we go. And I think that works. Now we got to find a word. Okay, I've got my book, Clipping Sticker Book by Tim Holtz Ideology. And I like this to Dreamland. It looks like a dreamy land to go to. That's what I'm looking at. So that can go down here at the bottom and cross over your flowers a little bit. It ties all of that together. All right, then we're going to see if we need any flowers on this next piece back. And see, doesn't that finish it? It kind of pulls your eye back down here to the black, because he has black on him, and it pulls your eye to the black down here. Now, we could have framed it in a color and then put it on there, but I kind of like it kind of fading in. You got to search for it. All right, this piece, I want to put something on it because it is it's bare. It is bare. So I thought maybe, I don't know, I think he's too big maybe. But it's kind of nice that you have things kind of hanging over. What about this one? He's kind of short. He's a little too short. What about one of our fluffies here? I love these little guys. Now I got one of those, and then I have one in blue. Ugh. I kind of like the blue one better than the purple one, so let's try that. And we'll see if we can get that one on there. And is it going to affect our turn? No, it's not if I get it down right in there on the glue. So, do I want, yeah, I think that'll work. Those 3 right there. And another word wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt. So if you wanted to get another word in here, that's good. I'm not sure. I might put a butterfly. I kind of wanted it to be a butterfly themed type of journal. there's a little bee on one of them. So if you like bees, you can go for a bee theme. Okay. Let's see. I'll put that right there. Gonna do crossover again like I did on the front. Then we'll do another one here. And we're going to have him kind of going up like that. And I think I'm going to try to do most of him. Yep. He's got so many little points on him. He's hard to do, but I'll tell you, these are great little die cuts to have. You can do these solid images like I've done. You can actually take, like Kyung Shotwell the other day, she took some of her little die cuts and she colored them up with Crayola markers, the washable markers. Oh, they were gorgeous. She did such a good job on those. And you can also do paint, or, your distress paints. You can use those. And you just usually will smear a little bit out on a plate or on a, one of your, what do you call those? Where you stamp, your stamp pads, that hold your stamps. That's where I couldn't get that out. But anyhow, you get those, and you can like smear your color on there, and you add a little bit of water and do your thing. And you can also ink smush. That's where you also smear on there your color, and you add a little bit of, I can't remember if that one should, okay. You add a little bit of water, and then you dip them. It's like dipping them in there, and you pick up colors, and it's a very organic look. All right, I can't remember how far down this one was supposed to be. Were we going all the way with him? I can't remember. I can't remember. Okay, I don't think I did the last part of him, so we're good. Oh. And I just want to make sure my ink, my glue is not sticking out anywhere where I don't want it to be. There we go. And while we're out, let's do a trim. All right. We got a little butterfly to put on here, and then I think we're done. Isn't that? I got a few things to show you, like I always do. So, and then look how it frames that beautiful rose back there. Isn't that pretty? Yes, these little butterflies will do the trick. We don't need another word. Yeah, I have a little bit of something I had made. If everybody saw the paper towel belly band that I did, I made a female version. I mentioned it in the video. I know I did. And I never got around to doing it because the other one, I don't like to go too far toward an hour. I try to go a half an hour on my videos. I'm about right on the money right now. So I don't like to take up too much of your time, but I try to get my point across, so you get where I'm going. All right. Let's take a last look at it. Oh, no. Let me get under here with some of my glue, because he is catching. So we do not want that. Gosh, did I put any glue on there? Looks like he's not even glued there. Okay, we're going to smear a good bit under there. It's always hard to glue some of these. When they're going to hang off your page, you just don't know where to go with it or how far to go with it. Did that one go all the way down? Yes, that one went all the way down. Now, what about this one? I think we're good on that one. Okay. It was just right there. That's the way I was turning. That's how it was catching. Other than that, I think it's fine. All right, so we didn't need those. Those can go in our little stash for the next time we do something. And here is, whoops, I'm trying to get it straight so I can hold it up there to you. There we go. All right, so this is what she looks like, our tag book. I was going to show you how to use it in your journal. If you choose to put it in your journal, I'm thinking, this is your journal page. It would be very cute to put it over the page like this. It may be a little large, so you may want to go down a little smaller. This is a 5-inch wide, so that may be fine. But what you could do here is you could have something on your journal page, which will be the thing you're framing. And see how cute that is? And then you just would shut your journal, and this would stick up and give a little bit of decoration up above your journal. Especially if you put a little bit of lace on it, or you just want to make sure you're going to be able to slide around. That's the only thing you want to do, is not hinder your slide. That's almost like one of them utility knives the guys have. But all of this space back here is writable. You can journal on all of that. And so it's still a useful item for our journals, or in general. Isn't that pretty? Well, I really appreciate you. Oh, wait a minute. I got something to show you. I'm jumping ahead. Rush ahead, Rhoda. Okay. So, what I wanted to show you is this. This is my lady that I made. And I went with a sewing theme. I have a button down here. This is a little tuck. It was like a little piece that I had that was perfect for just a little tuck. And I had mentioned in mine, if you didn't want to glue one side or sew one side, you could make it to where the piece, I call them seesaws for some reason, but it's where you can push it and pull it from either side. So say this is a belly band that goes in the middle of your page. Oops, it's kind of tight. I can trim it down a little more, but it'll be like this. It's going to be glued down right here at the top and right here at the bottom, and you're able to pull your little piece in and out. It also has a piece in it. I didn't do much to it. It's just a piece. But it goes in and out. This one, I did no sewing whatsoever. What I did is I did these little tiny brads. Little tiny ones. And I pointed everybody inward. And then what I did, I used a plastic or paper bag from McDonald's or something. Maybe Wendy's. And I covered it just so those legs weren't showing when you go in and out with a journal card. So that was my idea there. Oh, I had something else. You know me, I've always got something going. And these, I've used empty packaging, which I'll probably cut that down a little bit more. But for my build-a-journals, I needed to have something to put in there for them, or something that they could purchase to go along with them. I didn't want to put them together because I don't know what style they would want to go with. Now, I may put me some more of my Stamperia journal cards and stuff in here with them, but most of them I used or made myself. And there's this and that and the other. Let me open one and show you. They're just simple, you know. It's a starter pack. That's a tag. And see, it's got a pretty back. And then I used all these extra words I had. Now see, that is one, that's the cover, so, or the back. So it's a tag. I mean, not tag, a pocket. It's a pocket. So it has to be used as that. Now there's some in here, like that's the front cover. But this one can be turned either way, because I used the page out of the middle of the book. And then this one is the same thing, but it's a journal card. So that's basically what I was going for there. I'll probably put a few little tags from the kits in there. So they got a little bit of this, a little bit of that to start with. And then I'll have things down there for them to purchase if they would like to get more advanced pieces, I guess you would want to say. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, my subscribers, my watchers, my viewers, my lurkers. Thank you, everybody, for coming to visit. I hope you liked this little project today. I may have another tunnel thing I'm going to do a little bit later. But stay tuned for more goodies. Bye.